Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Know Your Daughter to Item series. In a previous episode, we covered items from um, magical upgraded items. We covered Aghanim's Octane Core and Refresher Core. In this episode, we'll start with Scythe of Vyse and probably Gleipnir as well. So let's get to it, shall we? Scythe of Vyse is an item purchasable at base shop under magical. However, it is assembled entirely with items from secret shop. Okay, we'll be looking at additional information, ability, recommended heroes, others, tips, trivia, gallery, and recent changes. But first, Scythe of Vyse. Its cost 5200 gold. Sell cost is 2600 gold. That the cost includes the recipe cost of 600 gold. Active ability is Hex. Bonuses are plus 30 intelligence, plus 8.5 mana regeneration. Shareable? No. Disassemblable? No. Usage alert? Doesn't give any. This recipe requires Mystic Stuff, Tiara of Salamane, and recipe of 600. And Old Trick Mines by Scythe of Vyse. Now, getting on to additional information. Items attributes grants following additional bonuses: 360 mana, 1.5 mana regeneration, and 3% flat base magic resistance. 30 main attack damage to Intel heroes, 21 main attack damage to Universal heroes. Okay, now let's look at this ability. Hex. As target unit ability affects enemies, damages instant kill, turns a target unit into a harmless critter for 2.8 seconds. Target has a base movement speed of 140 and will be silenced, muted, and disarmed. Wow. Instantly destroys illusion. And cast range is 800. Set movement speed is 140. Duration is 2.8 seconds. Cooldown is 20 seconds. It requires 250 mana. It's modeled after Peg. Yeah. Okay. And applies a hex to target, setting its base movement speed to 140, silencing, muting, and disarming it. However, target's movement speed can still be affected by movement speed bonuses from items and abilities. That gives a lot of speed and all that. Since hex sets base movement speed of target unit does not actually apply a slow, all speed effects are calculated using 140 base speed. Hex instantly destroys illusion. Okay. The Scythe of Vyse Hex transform targets into a pig, as we just mentioned earlier. Recommended heroes list. Heroes whose default item build includes Scythe of Vyse as a core item: Invoker, Meepo, Outworld Destroyer, Tinker, Ochre Magi. Others, heroes whose default item build includes Scythe of Vyse as a situational item, such as Pudge, Mars, Undying, and Earthshaker. FYI, yesterday we talked about one strength hero that would have been a good fit for Refresher or for Maid was Earthshaker. That was a question I asked. But okay, moving on. Agility heroes: Arc Warden, Claims, Nagasire, Bounty Hunter, Templar Assassin, Luna, Reza. Intelligence heroes: Silencer, Skyroot Mage, Storm Spirit, Queen of Pain, Lena, Jakiro, Storm Spirit. Universal heroes: Snapfire, Tekis, Universal heroes: Timbersaw, Venomancer, Broodmother. Tips: Scythe of Vyse Hex prevents using of both abilities and items while also disarming and seriously slowing down enemy. We covered it. Enemy heroes. which makes it very good against heroes who solely rely on attacks, abilities, items, and mobility to be effective, like Arc Warden, Terrorblade, Phantom Assassin, and Spirit Breaker. Against them, it's a good item. Okay, Hex cannot pierce through the buff immunity from Black King buff while it's active. However, Sky Vyse is used before Black King buff is activated. It can almost guarantee that the hero who carries Black King buff will be killed before she even gets a chance to use it. Sky Vyse paired with items that grant invisibility like Silver Edge and Glimmer Cape is a very powerful combination, as it can give you an element of surprise against unsuspecting enemy heroes, allowing you to disable them and take them out before they can even react. However, you must watch out for enemy heroes who carry either Lincoln Sphere, a Lotus Orb, or Aeon Disc with them, as they will be able to counter this tactic with Lincoln Sphere Spell Block, Lotus Orb Single Targeted Spell Reflection, and Aeon Disc Invulnerability that also applies a strong dispel when its owner's health drops to 70%. So be aware of this. Sky Vyse Hex is less effective against anyone who has a strong dispel in their arsenal, like Slug with Dark Pact, Oracle with False Promise, Omni Knight with Ripple, Phoenix with Aghanim Scepter's upgraded Supernova. Sky Vyse is slow, cannot slow down heroes with abilities that give them hastened type of movement speed at all, like Central Wall Runner, Stampede with Stampede, Lycan with Shapeshift, Darkseid with Surge, Weaver with Shukuchi, as we mentioned earlier. Trivia: in original Dota, this item was known as Guinzo Sky Vyse, as a tribute to one of the developers of Dota All-Stars who went on co-create League of Legends. This item is known by many players and referred to by several in-game heroes as Shipstick, due to turning targeted heroes into ship in Dota. However, in Dota 2, targeting is starting to appear. Shop Search Bar also accepts Shipstick or just Ship as a search term for Sky Vyse. Item's name may be referred to Saga RPG Skies of Arcadia. Main character Vyse has been depicted wielding a scythe in earlier concept art. So this is how it looks. And recent changes: in 7.35 versions, it got a reworked. Previous Sky Vyse recipe required Mystic Staff, Ultimate Orb, and Void Stone, totaling of 5550 gold. And new Sky Vyse requires Mystic Staff, Tear Up Salamander, and recipe of 600, a totaling cost of 5200. And we already covered all this. In 7.33 versions, reduced Void Stone cost from 825 to 700, which actually an old recipe item. It decreased cost from 5675 to 5550. Reduced mana regeneration, which is again now 5200 for new rework. Reduced mana regeneration bonus from 9 to 8.5. Reduced hex duration from 3.5 to 2.8 still stays through. And 7.29 version reduced health cooldown from 22 to 20 still stays through. So that's it, fellas. We covered Sky Vyse. Now let's look into Gleipnir, shall we? Or maybe, you know what, it's going to be a long read. So let's do something different here. We'll cover this item tomorrow in our next episode. Until then, be good to yourself and everybody around you, both in-game and out-game. And last but not least, good game, everybody. Good game.